I'm really pleased today to be joined by our friend from Woods Bagot. He's the regional chair and principal there, Richard Fenne. Richard, thank you so much for joining us, sir. If I could just ask you really to start and kick things off with a little bit about who you are or what it is that you do.
I am first and foremost an architect. I am obviously principal at Woods Bagot. I look after our Middle East region. I've been working out here for around a decade now. And prior to that, I was working in London also for about 10 years. So I've got around 20 years of experience. And of all the project typologies I've worked on over those 20 years, I've lent into workplace a lot. It's always been a passion of mine. So I was very privileged to work in London and Europe on some notable headquarters projects. And equally have been honoured to continue that out here and worked on a number of notable projects in this region. Some of the more sustainable commercial workplaces as well, both in terms of architecture and interiors. So very happy to try and discuss and debate the future of workplace with you. Very hot topic. We thrive in human interactions. But also I think it's just thinking about how people work and perhaps looking more around different tasks and getting people into office spaces to perform certain types of tasks. I mean, we're a design firm, so for us it's about having that creative spirit and that collaboration, doing that in person with all of the technology and things we've implemented. It's still hard to really completely recreate that energy and vibrancy of human interaction. And I don't know about you, but I personally thrive off engaging with other people. And we've seen a shift in the past decade plus where tech firms had already tapped into this notion of trying to recreate some form of domestic life or taking a more sort of hospitality first approach with how they were creating workplace environments. What we're seeing is that's now permeating across multiple sectors. So part of that was around the war on talent, around trying to attract and retain the best people. A firm like Woods Bagot, we're so used to it because we're constantly collaborating across geographies and time zones. I think it's also being quite smart and practical about how you can configure spaces to be more flexible. But again, this is nothing new. We used to talk about hoteling in the workplace environment. So I think what we're witnessing is also, to your point, is a much more kind of user-centric experience where people are looking for that tailored model. Those organisations that aren't innovating and aren't adapting, will simply struggle with retention. And in an environment where there's a brain drain, where there's a war on talent, and every business is trying to attract the best people, unless you're thinking in a sophisticated way around how you can tailor to people's needs. That's not just about the physical environment, it's also how you structure your business. Flexibility around working arrangements. And again, it comes back to that trust issue as well. Trusting that people are working, a bit like using the hospitality analogy of guests. So creating environments which makes it feel like that person is being best serviced, so you're getting the most out of them. You're providing them with a comfortable environment.
Well, thank you so much for the discussion today, Richard. I really appreciate your time and joining the Looking Forward Insight series.